Now, your stories, your struggles, and your successes. This is Focus on South Florida.
Good Sunday morning, everyone, and welcome to Focus on South Florida. I'm CBS 4's Chief Investigative Reporter, Michelle Gillen. We begin this morning with a call for help, indeed many calls for help, from the Guardian Ad Litem program of Broward County. The GAL program advocates for the best interest of children alleged to be abused, abandoned, or neglected who are involved in court proceedings. The program and its nonprofit affiliate, Voices for Children, have publicly launched a campaign called Help Close the Gap. And that gap is between the number of volunteers and the number of children who wait patiently for a voice. And I'm stunned this morning to find out how many children are on that list. Joining us to talk about this, the Broward Guardian Ad Litem program, its needs, and how you can help is Hillary Cleary. She is the director of the program of Broward County. And I'd also like to welcome Nate Handley. He's been a certified Guardian Ad Litem volunteer for 3 years and was named Broward's Guardian Ad Litem of the Year in 2012. And that is, boy, that's quite an accomplishment. I mean, because I know how much love and passion the Guardian Ad Litem's put out there. So for you to be named #1 for that year is really magnificent.
Yes, thank you.
You're here today, though, with really pain in your heart. What is it?
Well, you know, I lose sleep because there are so many children in Broward County that don't have an independent advocate speaking for them, not only inside the courtroom, but also outside of the courtroom. So that's really why we're here today, to really, you know, get people to understand the importance and significance of the Guardian Ad Litem program and the need for these children to have that independent voice.
Because this is not a luxury. I mean, you are really charged in many cases by the judges to say this child must legally have that independent voice.
That's correct. We're mandated to exist by statute, and we're mandated to be appointed to every single child who is alleged to have been abused, abandoned, or neglected.
And we see every day the headlines and the reviews of DCF and all of the horrific, fatal gaps there. And then you go to bed at night knowing how many of the children are supposed to have Guardian Ad Litem and that don't have them because they're on a waiting list.
We currently have about 600 children who are on that wait list.
My God. I mean, that's pretty devastating, isn't it? Because the potential then, you know, of something going wrong with that child not having a voice is huge.
It is huge, and it causes many sleepless nights for my staff and our 700 volunteers that we have as of yesterday. So none of us relax until we know that every single child who needs one has a guardian.
Now, to have such a disparity, I guess it means that not only do we need more, we have to pull more from the community, but that we've got so many more cases of kids who are in trouble that they need the voice.
Unfortunately, that's the case. I think Hillary can speak more to this, but I know the numbers, at least in Broward County, have increased this year over last year and years past.
I can tell you that for the first, we're on the 7th or 8th of the month, and we already have 35 children taken in for the month of November. In the first 15 days of last month, we had taken more than 60 children into care. The numbers are staggering. We currently have that the Guardian Ad Litem program is appointed to 1,946 children. In Broward County, and that's only 75% of all the children in care.
That's amazing. And you know, we used to think of it, or I used to think of it, that these children so needed a Guardian Ad Litem to be the voice to, in a sense, protect them from potentially abusive parents. But these kids also can get lost in the DCF system. So as a guardian, don't you also feel charged with watching them even when in state care?
In a sense, we do. I think a good way to put it is we as the guardian are really the glue that puts everything together for the child. We put everything together for the judge, you know, because we're spending time not only with building a bond with the child, but we're also getting to know the parents, getting to know their situation. We're getting to know the child's teachers and football coaches and therapists so that we can give a complete and accurate independent picture to the judge of what's really going on so that the judge can make an educated decision, so to speak, as to
Yes.
what is in that child's best interest.
Now, I'm sure there's many people listening right now saying, those two folks are guardian angels. My life's too busy. I have my own children. I may lose my job. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I mean, there's a million excuses to not become a guardian because it is a voluntary thing. There's no financial stipend. How can you convince the folks out there that this is worth their effort?
I can tell you that I firmly believe that it takes a village to raise a child. And I think that community has a responsibility to our children. And for us to say, not me, not now, I always ask the question when I talk to people about the opportunity, if not you, then who? And if not now, then when? We absolutely, our children cannot wait until the time is right. And so while we understand that life happens and that we're busy and we have our own obligations, if we don't take care of those children now, we will pay the price for that later. I'm a firm believer that we will do that. As a matter of fact, it was because of that that we created what we call the iCare program.
Okay.
And the iCare program is designed for busy individuals who want to give back, but don't have all the time that a traditional volunteer opportunity would.
And so how many hours must you put in on that?
As little or as much as you have.
Really?
So we have volunteers, for example, who work just to see children who are placed in Broward County from other circuits.
Interesting.
Or what we call our first responders program, and that means that every single child that comes into care has somebody who's dedicated to seeing that child and doing an assessment visit to go out within the first few weeks.
So in a sense, you're kind of customizing the opportunities for folks who want to get involved.
Absolutely.
And I suppose at this time, which you would clearly call a crisis, that even if it's someone that you might think, okay, I can't commit to this for 3 years or 5 years, but let me at least jump in now and try to help, it sounds like you're even asking for that kind of rescue.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know, not only from a volunteer time standpoint, but also from a financial standpoint.
Yes.
You know, as part of the Close the Gap campaign, we are asking people to go to voicesbroward.org.
Okay.
You know, $5, $10, every little bit helps because Voices for Children fully supports the Guardian at Litem program in its efforts for not only permanency for these children, but normalcy. You know, Voices funds have been used to buy children basketball uniforms, to buy them class rings,
and
all those types of things.
If they want to sign up for a Guardian, they can go to either the Voices website, or is there an actual website for the Guardian at Litem program also?
It's galbroward.org.
Okay, and we'll be sure to put that up. Well, blessings to both of you for all you do, and I promise one of these days we'll be up there with our teddy bears, adopted bear. I know the kids need them, and we are on the way. We will be there.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for having us.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. I hope some folks sign up.